It's day 41. Feeling a little bit drained after yesterday's events, shall we say. I have still managed to peel myself out of my mental place, get to the gym yesterday and today. Obviously can't do too much because of my legs are a little bit tender, so I'm having to kind of like pick certain exercises at the gym, but still going, still showing up, doing one extra thing because I can't do my rowing at the moment, because when I was on there and I like compressed my body to pull back, it was a bit tight on my legs, so I was like, I'll just give it a couple of days, so I haven't done that today and I won't do it tomorrow, and obviously gym's closed on Sunday, so I'll get back to that on Monday. So I just done an extra 30 reps on something else, up to all my weights today, so up to 5 kilos on everything, and managed to take 5 kilos off on my dips, which I was really pleased about. So yeah, seeing some real improvements there. When I was last in, I was showing Kenya the definition coming through on my arm, and she's like, "You've got quite good biceps. Like if you kept going and really training like hard." And I was like, I don't want to do that. That's not the purpose. My purpose is to show up every single day and do something, and just commit to myself, which I've done. So the challenge that I set, the 333 challenge, is actually become, I'll do 3 minutes on the row, and then I'll do 30 reps on 3 different machines. I've decided, because I want this to be a longevity thing, that I was going to do 444 this month, 555 next month, and I was thinking, but then that's very quickly going to get to like doing 12, like in a year I'll be doing 12 exercises, and the whole purpose is that this isn't a phase, this is a lifestyle change, this is a commitment to myself to get healthy and fit and strong. So I am going to continue the 333 challenge for another 2 months, so I'll do that for 3 months, and then I will go up to 444, and I'll do that for 4 months, or 4444, do that for 4 months, and then 5555 for 5 months. That I think will give me more longevity, because I don't want to be going to the gym and doing 12 exercises with like 12 reps of everything in a year's time, because at that rate it's just gonna exponentially, like, you know, I'm going to end up, and especially because I want to go every single day. And speaking with Kenya, she's saying like the I think she calls it progressive upload or progressive loading or something, where you go and you'll just like push the weights, like push your limits on the things, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So I don't want to do that, and even on the bad days when I go, I do feel like a little sense of achievement when I come out, and I'm kind of like, I've not been able to do my walk after because the rain, we've had weather warnings for the last 2 days, and we've got weather warning today and tomorrow for rain again. So I've not been able to get out, because although I don't mind walking in the rain, like doing an hour and 45-minute walk in torrential rain is actually quite uncomfortable. So now these slightly cooler autumn months are coming in, I think maybe I'm going to have to start doing my sets at the gym, and then maybe just hopping on the treadmill for an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, just plodding along. It's a shame because I like the walking around and crossing faces and stuff, and so yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but we'll do that anyway. What else is there to talk about? So yeah, just following yesterday, I have put my clever head on, spent all last night, because I didn't get much sleep, putting together a sheet with all my evidence documents ready for Monday. Excuse me. So now that's off my mind. I did ask if I could have the meeting today so I don't have to think about it all weekend and then have it first thing on Monday or Monday afternoon. And then obviously, but they couldn't change it, so it is what it is. Like, it's going to give me the weekend to, everything happens for a reason. Maybe something's going to pop into my head over the weekend that's going to be the catalyst in me winning this this discussion, like being able to run it through in my mind. What I don't want to do is I do not want to spend this weekend thinking about it. Like, it already ruined my day yesterday, like massively, and I refuse to have it ruin my weekend. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to talk to. Like I said, I'm just feeling, I've realised now through doing these journals that after my real heavy emotional days, like I cried so much yesterday. I cried so much that when I blow my nose today, bubbles come out my eye. What the fuck? But I do feel less overwhelmed about the whole situation. Like, even thinking about it, and I've not even wanted to switch my phone on today. Just having a real, like, I disconnected after I'd done my journal yesterday, and then today I've just been like, but and I'm tired because I didn't sleep. So I am going to grab an old quote that I saw that I liked. This was one that came up a couple of days ago. I can't think where I was. I think I might have been at the tattoo place when it came up. And I read it and I was just like, it's definitely, there's a lot in this that feels quite true at the moment. So it is, it says, no one talks about the place between is this the right one? Yes, it is. No one talks about the place between breaking and healing, when you're finally free from the pain, but haven't quite reached fulfillment and joy, where you're no longer going back to things or people who hurt you, but you're not quite whole enough, open enough, brave enough to embrace someone new. The place where you're lonely, but also overwhelmed by the outside world and its oblivious commotion. You desire both intimacy and solitude, but can't quite find comfort in one or the other. The place where your heart is healed enough to dream of love again, but still too guarded to believe it can be real. Something happened the other day and I was just like, I picked my phone up and, you know, this time last year I was on quite a lot of dating sites, just because I love chatting to people and meeting people, and most of them I was on there for just looking for friends and stuff like that. And it was weird. I picked my phone up and just went to go on to one of the apps, and then I was like, oh, I don't have that app anymore. I obviously got rid of all my apps when I was with my ex, and definitely haven't felt the need to download any again. But it was weird how I just, in that brief moment, I picked my phone up and I was like, oh, I'm gonna check, and I was like, oh, I don't have that anymore, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get it. am I ready to start talking to people again and kind of, you know, getting out there and meeting people again? Not necessarily dating or anything like that, but just making friends. And I met quite a lot of people that, you know, I really enjoyed talking to, and I do miss kind of having that giggle with someone. But I don't want to. It's taken me a long time to get over checking my phone expecting a message, and I don't want to get back to that place anytime soon. So I'm unsure whether that's the route to go down or whether I should just spend a little bit more time working on myself and making sure that I'm not in any vulnerable place to kind of like be taken for a ride again. So I have decided to spend this weekend doing some TLC. I've not been able to get anyone to get me to the Camperfest tomorrow. So with the weather being terrible and with me being able to get to the village, but to walk from the village to the showground is a good 30, 40, I'd say 35-minute walk along roads with no pavements. And we've got a yellow weather warning for rain. I'm not sure how comfortable I feel about walking along country roads with no pavement in the thick of the rain, going to a camper festival. So people are going to be going in their campers, so big vehicles are going to be travelling down these roads. I'm as much as I desperately want to go, unfortunately I think I've got to put sensible head on and just admit defeat on this one and just say it's not going to happen. Like, normally my neighbour would be free to take me there, but she's made plans for tomorrow which she wouldn't normally do. So I am just admitting defeat and just saying everything happens for a reason. Have a look. You haven't got anything on your board for October, so maybe October Halloween, maybe have a look to see if there's something you can do for that. And then obviously November and December is going to be heavy driving months because you've got your test in December. It's exciting. So my learning for today is I think I'm learning I forgot what I was going to say. My learning. What's my learning going to be? Oh my God. Oh God. I have no idea. I'm happy that today was a much easier day at work. A certain someone wasn't in, so it made the day so much better. Because I think if I'd seen them today after yesterday, they'd have been a carry on of the emotion, and I really did not want to carry on yesterday's emotion. Like, that hit me like an absolute freight train. And yeah, so I'm happy that today was a much easier day at work. I am grateful that I've got the weekend to to have some time to myself. I've decided I've got some things out, like with my crafting, and I think I'm gonna spend some time making a few things this weekend. I think, yeah, I've got a couple of ideas of things that I want to do, so I think I'm going to use this time and just not get too roped up in the I should be doing something, it's the weekend. I'm still going to go to the gym and do everything, but, while my legs are healing and, I've had quite a heavy day yesterday and I've got a heavy day on Monday, just use this weekend to get yourself into a really good place, physically, mentally, spiritually. Don't do any online shopping, Stacey, because you've been thinking about stuff that you want to buy and you've done well so far. So preserve those finances. Don't let those moods when you're like, oh, I want to go and buy something. But yeah, what have I learned? Do you know what? I think my learning is going to be that I felt overwhelmingly singled out yesterday. And after, I'm not like, if something happens to me, I'm not afraid to talk about it. Like good stuff, bad stuff, not afraid to tell people. Like if someone does something, says something or does something to me, but they don't want me to tell people, then they shouldn't say or do it to me. Like it's my prerogative if someone's said something to me, if I want to tell that on. And I told a couple of people what happened to me yesterday today, and their response was, oh, we've had something similar. So my learning is that, and they were really supportive, like overwhelmingly supportive and understanding, and backed me up and were just like, what? Which was basically my reaction yesterday. And it was just, my learning is that, yeah, I think you slipped yesterday into you felt like you were being individually punished, but actually this person has done this to quite a few people and has upset quite a few people, and you're not alone in how you feel. Like there was 3 people you spoke to today, and all 3 of them said that they feel exactly the same as you, and they are really, really miserable about a certain situation. So your learning is that when something happens and you feel like it's being unjustly put onto you, just maybe listen, take it on board, and then go and communicate. And before you make that assessment and get yourself into the situation you did yesterday, evaluate it. I think it hit you out of the blue so bad yesterday because you were on such a high. Like, Wednesday was one of the best days you'd had. So you came into work and you were still riding that high. So then to have that happen to you and it was completely out of the blue, I think your learning is that you've still got a lot of work to do when confronted. Like, you've managed to handle yourself in this situation. What was different about this situation? So maybe have a think about that and try and establish why you've had these situations where things have been thrown at you and you've done really, really, really well. And then yesterday you were not able to manage properly. But Stace, do not be hard on yourself. Like, you've only been doing this journal for 41 days. Like, you've only been on this healing journey for a couple of months. Healing and growing and learning to manage emotions and deal with things better, and healing from pain and heartache and things like that can take, I hope it doesn't, but it can take months and years. you know, some people never heal from it. Like, you're definitely where you are today compared to where you were 4 months ago is two totally different people. And what you've grown in knowledge for how you handle situations now is, it's not even doubled or quadrupled. Like, what you know now to what you knew then is immeasurable. And do not, Stacey, do not think that what you've achieved so far, that one day yesterday that you slipped, is going to undo all the work you've done. It isn't. You were absolutely, totally unexpected. Like, your reaction yesterday was comparable to when you found out that your ex had lied. Like that, because you thought of every single possible scenario, but that yesterday was the same. Like, they could have said anything to you, and what they said to you was so unexpected that you just literally were put into an absolute state of fear and catastrophe. And you need to really spend some time and say, you maybe need to think of an action plan for when these things happen. Because I don't think that you would have been in any wrong to say, can you put this in writing? Can you give this to me? And I'll come back to you when I'm in a better position to be able to understand what you're actually saying. Because I think it's almost like when people talk to you and it's something that you're so unexpecting, it's like they turn into the teacher out of Charlie Brown and they're like, wom, 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 wom. Like, you don't hear what they're saying. Your mind then is whirling at 1,000 miles an hour. So yeah, your learning is going to be to pause, try and put in an action, think of an action plan that you can put in place for when you feel this triggered. So maybe write down what you were feeling so that you can recognize that again, because I know that it's almost like when people get that anger and they say they see red and they don't see or hear anything else. Like yesterday you got into that where you just saw nothing but devastation, and you felt totally unjustly, and rightly so, unjustly put in a situation that you did not deserve. So yeah, you've spent time last night and today putting together like, you've shared what you've put together, and everyone you've showed it to was like, wow, like, I do not want to be in that meeting on Monday. You are gonna absolutely wipe the floor with them. But yeah, you just need to have a think about what you can do in that absolute instant moment, because yeah, you could have done things better yesterday, but at the end of the day, what's happened has happened. You can't change it. You can only learn from it, grow from it. Don't beat yourself up about it. That's the thing you've got to do, is come out of this. Yeah, you've done so well. Do not let this leave a bad mark on everything that you've achieved so far. So I love you. I'm proud of you. You made it through yesterday, as tough as it was. But yeah, now go and spend some time and just relax. Keep your phone off if you need to. You know, there's really only 2 people that you message, and you know they're going to be fine if you have a day out. Try and get an early night, get some sleep. I am really tired. It's been an exhausting couple of days. Yeah, but I'm proud of you for keep showing up. Like, you could have very easily have just thrown everything in yesterday, and you didn't. You went to the gym, you done your journal, like, I'm so fucking proud of you. I really am. So, yeah. Chill. That's it. That's all I've got left. Yeah, I'm really proud of you. We're getting there. You're allowed to make mistakes. Don't forget that. You are allowed to make mistakes. It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. So, go, chill, get some sleep, drink some water. You've had some nice food. Yeah, and I'll see you back for day 42. But yeah, day 41. In the 40s now. But I love you, and stay kooky.